So they were the biggest battles that you and Howard had over sort of this thing. How long did it take? I mean, do you remember the defining moment?
It was a significant amount of time. It took a few years.
Right. And do you think Starbucks would be as successful as it is today if that wasn't?
No, I got the ball rolling, and certainly the people that came into it, they started to get it and saying, yes, okay, I get that, and they attached. Look, the secret to Starbucks success isn't the sauce, it's the people and how we treated each other. That's the secret. We didn't have great training programs. That wasn't what we did. We had one program we called Star Skills. You know what that was about? That was about how you learn to live and work with other people.
Amazing. Howard, you are the definition of what leadership is. And I mean, your story is a story of the importance of working and supporting the people. And the proof is the success of Starbucks.
Starbucks had ups and downs. There's no straight. Everybody looks at Starbucks and say, wow, look at that. It just went right to the top. It didn't. We were losing money when I got there, and we made lots of mistakes along the way. And what saved us was the people side. We always could come back. We held ourselves accountable. We wanted our people to hold leadership accountable. We had no company cars. We had no executive health clubs. We didn't have any of that stuff. We didn't have a company airplane until Howard finally, a company got so huge he wanted one. And I fought it. I said, you never meet a customer on a private jet.
Right.
But I understand now they need it because they're diverse all over the U.S. It saves them a lot.
Today's a different story.
It's about time. It's how we do things in life. People have to identify what their core values are and then determine how those core values inform their decisions and actions in life. Organizations need to do exactly the same thing. They have to be cognizant of their core values, and those core values represent them, and then that's how they live. And they should have mechanisms for holding themselves accountable.
They should.
I'll show you something here. Let's see. I've got it sitting here. I say my little pin. I have it pinned on my wall. This is Howard in 50 words or less. I've had this for almost 50 years, for 45 years, 46 years.
Can you read it for us? Because anyone listening?
It's my personal mission statement, which is to live my life every day, nurturing and inspiring the human spirit of myself and others. Then my core values: honesty, fairness, respect for self and others, responsibility, integrity, trust in self and others, caring, and love. Wow. And each one of those means something to me. And then how I do everything, which is my 6 Ps. And then I have a 5-year plan.
What's your 5-year plan?
My 5-year plan sets out all my goals and what I want to accomplish over the next 5 years. I break it down in 1, 3, and 5 years. Mm-hmm. And they're about spirituality. They're about personal growth. They're about economic well-being. They're about family. They're about marriage, all the different headings that you might have in your life. And my wife and I do that work together because she has hers. Mm-hmm. And that's when we sort out our differences.
Right. And that's where you see alignment as well.
Yeah, we see alignment. Yeah, we have alignment. And so, that's how I try to live my life. Am I perfect at it? No.
Well, I talk a lot about practice, right? Which is at the end of the day, as long as we're practicing, let's go to your 6 Ps, patience, performance. I think in some of your story that you described, that's, there was a lot of patience that you had to put into, right? Yourself and others. So let me ask you this: within your own family, between your kids and your grandkids, do you see these values, the 6 Ps, the servant leadership? Do you see it within your family? Like, are your kids living it?
I do. I see it in both of my kids. And there are two, when Lynn and I got married, we each had a child from our first marriage.
Yeah.
Our son, Scott, was 6 and my daughter was 2. And when we got married, and they are servant leaders, both of them. I don't know that they would use those words, but that's how I watch them and that's how they act,
mm-hmm.
And that's how they were treated.
You started the conversation out today saying that you have to give trust before asking or earning trust. It's so funny, the things you share and often what I talk about in training and coaching, as much as it's based on things like, some deep concepts and psychology and thought leadership. And at the end of the day, it's everything I teach is common sense. How do you develop trust, right? Show up. Reliability is what you were talking about, showing up, making sure that you actually show up. And intimacy is that social connection.
Yeah.
I often talk about this, people that I work with, I don't want to work with people that I don't like, that I don't want to be in a community with.
Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a small business, but at the end of the day, it's a community. We need to
Yeah.
be with each other. Howard, I want to be respectful of time, but you are an amazing human being. You are the definition of what my company represents, which is making humans better humans. You're still doing it. If I could quote you at 76 years old, I think you still got a long journey ahead to keep this message going. And I'd love to have you back or have you on for another part of the show at some point, and we can talk a little deeper about some things. But thank you for taking the time to talk, man.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate letting me live out my mission today.
Yeah, that's amazing. So if you're up for it, let's definitely do this again.
All right.
And Howard, if someone wants to get in touch with you, if
my email is hb@howardbehar.com, and my cell phone number is 206-972-7776. I'm sometimes slow to respond, but I get back to everybody.
That's amazing. And you know what? I appreciate you getting back to me. And I spoke to someone the other day, and I'll just share this final thought with you. They said one of the most important things you can do is call everyone back.
Absolutely.
And I was like, that was also impressive. Mm-hmm. All right, Howard, we will follow up with you. Thank you so much for being on the show. Once again, if there's anything I can do for you, you let me know.
All right, buddy. Take care. Thanks very much for having me. Bye-bye.
All right. If you liked that episode, which I hope you did, because that was the one and only Howard Behar, the legend, the author, the man himself. Don't forget to click subscribe. Don't forget to click like. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to do all that stuff. And we will see you next time. Hey, I'm Greg Witz. Thanks so much for coming and checking out the video. If you like that video, you're going to love the next one. So I'd highly suggest that you click this video over here. And don't forget to subscribe and share.